Hi family, welcome to this channel once again. My name is Brother Prince. It is a joy to meet you here. We have another amazing sermon from Pastor Chris for us to listen to. In this sermon, Pastor Chris educates us about the power of the mind. As Christians, we often ignore. We don't think that the mind is very powerful. By this sermon, Pastor Chris tells us that the mind is so powerful and we shouldn't ignore the power of the mind because it is a tool that will help us achieve our physical and spiritual goals. Family, before the sermon, please help spread the sermon by clicking on the like button. Family, it will help you to recommend this video to so many people out there. Thank you for clicking on the like button. But before the sermon starts, family, and it ends, I'll come in at the end of the sermon for us to discuss what we learned from Pastor Chris so far. Let us listen as the sermon, please.
The mind is a massive tool for our benefit. That mind is like the rudder that directs a ship. See, for your spirit, your mind is so important. If you turn your mind away from what you're supposed to be focusing on, your feeling will die. Can you see that? For whatever it is, your emotions for it. You need your emotions, your feelings, everything must come together, and your mind is responsible for doing that. So you start by channeling your mind to your purpose. You set your mind. Your mind helps you channel all the forces of your spirits in the direction of that focus. So you use your mind, you set your mind. Are you hearing me? He says, thou would keep him in perfect peace. That means shalom, shalom, peace, peace. Whose mind is stayed on thee, for he trusted in thee. So God's going to keep him in perfect peace, the peace of prosperity. The man whose mind is focused on him. So you have to focus your mind. You know, some people are fasting, and instead of focusing their mind during their fast, they are thinking about everything else. That fast is useless. You see, why? Because the spirit was not coordinated towards that goal and purpose. See, but if your mind is disciplined, you use your mind to direct yourself. Your mind, you need it. So you focus it, you focus your mind. Now, if your mind proves a little difficult by going this way and that way, there's another tool that has power over the mind. It is your tongue. You see, if your mind is swaying this way and that way, you start talking in the direction of what you want, and your mind will be focused in the direction you want to go. You getting it? Now, once your mind goes in that direction, your emotions will start, because God needs all of that. Hey, somebody said, you can't be emotional with God, but God gets emotional. He said, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Laughter is an emotion. Anger, God gets angry. Anger is an emotion. Joy is an emotion. And God expresses joy. It's an emotion. See? When Jesus danced, it was an emotion. When Jesus wept, it was an emotion. See? So that's so important. It's so important that you gather your emotion. When you bring your emotion together, your spirit is affected. Then your spirit is now in the condition that is consistent for God to work. You are now in the position, the situation where the Spirit of God can minister to you in a way that you can receive and keep. You know, God talks to many of us every day, but our emotions are not towards him. And so we don't receive what he says. We might even think, oh yeah, I think I heard that. I thought God talked to me. But as long as your emotion is not toward him, it makes no difference. It has no power over you. It doesn't work for you. But when he can speak to you, then your emotions are channeled toward him. Then you receive it in the core of your nature.
Wow.
and then it produces results for you.
Wow, from what a powerful sermon from Pastor Chris once again. So if you are able to coordinate our mind, right, it will produce so many things for us. Family, we've learned so much from this sermon. So let us discuss what we've learned so far from the pulpit of the amazing Pastor Chris. First of all, it says that the mind is a very massive tool. Family, if we understand this, your mind is a tool, I believe it will make the Christian work very easy. Family, so the mind is a massive and a powerful tool. The mind is a tool that helps the spirit as well. Now remember, family, that we are a spirit being that lives in the flesh, right? So for you to coordinate the spirit, you need the mind as a tool, right, to channel or to focus on a purpose. Now, if you are able to focus your mind on a purpose, that is where you can achieve it. Family, that is the whole issue. You have to have that focused mind. Now, when you focus your mind on something, you now have that purpose achieved. So, example, as Pastor Chris mentioned, if you are fasting, you're not focused on a fasting, it is useless, right? We see people fasting and their mind will be on a food. When will the fasting end and their mind will be on other things? It is useless. Meanwhile, if you are fasting, your mind should be on God. Your mind should be focused on God. This is where you are going to achieve, right? You're going to achieve the aim, right, through all the benefits of the fasting. You have to focus your mind on what you are doing, and you surely achieve it. I love what the Pastor Chris said, that there's also a different tool that can realign the mind, that has power over the mind, that is the power of the tongue. If your mind is not focusing, family, start speaking in that direction, and your mind will be realigned. Example, you want to pray for 2 hours and you can't, or you want to fast, and the body and the mind is not in tune. Just start speaking. You realize that the body will be in the mood now. The mind will be setting. This is how it is done, family. The mind will now be setting on what to do. There's the power of the tongue, family. The tongue can realign or refocus the mind to be on a certain purpose. So, family, this is all that Pastor Chris made mention in the sermon, and I believe this sermon is a blessing to you the way it has blessed me as well. Let us focus our mind and you'll be okay, because when we focus our mind on something, it also realigns the mind, it realigns the soul, the spirit as well, for us to achieve a certain goal. So if you are a student, remember, focus your mind on your studies and it will surprise you. You are going to do well. If your marriage is failing, focus your mind on how you are going to build up that marriage and it will surprise you. It's going to work. It's the power of the mind. The family, thank you for watching and for being there. I'll see you in this video. God richly bless you.